Hey, this is Melanie. Welcome to my new channel. I'm sorry it's been a few days since I last posted. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of creating a sacred space. So something that's been going on the past few days is I've been dealing with a little bit of funky funk energy, and when that happens, I tend to retreat a little bit. I tend to think about what can I do to return to my peace, return to my happy place. Sometimes when you take on a little more than you can chew and you overextend yourself for your friends, your roommates, other people in general, trying to be present for them, there is sometimes, that abandonment wound coming back at you where you're letting go of your own needs in order to serve others. And I was starting to feel that way. I was trying to be present for a roommate where we're going out for the gym every day, and then also trying to work in my work schedule, and then also trying to make certain appointments on time. I actually accidentally missed a medical appointment and had to reschedule. Just certain things that I realized I was losing track of in my schedule, and I was doing it to myself. So trying to come back to my routine, trying to come back to what I need from me first, and then to see how can I gradually incorporate the extras that I want to put into my life while maintaining everything else. I realized that I was letting my personal housekeeping go. So when I took a look at my room and thought it'd been all week since I picked the clothes off the floor, I was starting to see like doggy hair accumulating from my two fluffy white dogs, and I was in a rush to clean up real quick for the roommates Alicia and Riley, because we were going to do a yoga session in there. But that was really beneficial. After I vacuumed and mopped, went out for groceries, just those certain weekly things that I had neglected to do, I returned to my happy place. Once I realized that I was abandoning certain things that I was used to doing. There was a housekeeping maintenance I was failing to live up to. My living standard was starting to go because I was just out of the house all day and coming home only to take a bath and change clothes and then just roll out again. So the benefits of creating a sacred space, and that sacred space tends to be your bedroom, your home. Maintaining that sacred space to be clean, sanitary, smelling good, just that environment that you want to come home to rest. And when your rest zone becomes chaos, it's no longer providing the benefit that you're looking for. You come home, you're looking for sanctuary, you're looking for peace and comfort, you're looking for a reprieve from the stress of the outside world. And you don't want to come home and find more additional things to stress about, like you come home and like, oh, I need to clean up, this place is a mess. So when you look at your sacred space, are you a creature of habit in a good way or in a bad way? Are you like keeping things tidy where there's not a whole lot of maintenance necessary? You look at it every day and or are you looking at it every day like, oh, I accumulate so much, it's like I have to constantly pick up after myself? And I'm definitely working on that. I'm trying to become a person that just makes less mess in general, so that I don't have to like take a full sweep later and then pick up after myself and the previous few days of accumulation. But yeah, my sacred space ideally, looks like just my bed well made, and a candle lit, a little bowl of flowers and water by the bedside table, and then my PA system gently playing some meditation affirmations or something. So just creating that lovely personal space that feels like a Zen yoga studio. That's become my new personal space. And this is definitely after years of being a hoarder. I used to have a lot of clothing that I didn't need. I used to have a lot of like extra cooking appliances or stuff that you only use for a special occasion. And I think all the times that I've moved, I've become willing and able to part with more and take less with me, until I finally realized that less is more. You know, when you think about how little you can get by with materially, it helps you create that healthy detachment, and also just appreciate the experience for what it is. I've lived without a TV in my room, or in my dwelling for over a year now. I haven't been watching the TV. Occasionally, if I really want something, I'll actually go into Amazon Prime Video on my phone and watch on a little screen like that. But TV is a healthy cut that I made to my life, so that I could return to nature and just go outside if I'm bored. If I'm bored, clean something, do something productive and happy. If I'm bored, go take a walk. TV used to be a fallback. If I was bored, I would just watch something. And that was also a source that would perhaps mess with my energy as well, because people want to relate to the characters in the TV. They want to feel the excitement, feel the depression, the anger, the grief, all those emotions that these actors are creating for you. We're trying to identify with people in the TV. So when I think about when I watch TV again, it's definitely good to be immersed in the moment. But then as soon as that moment's over, as soon as a movie or a show is over, just let it be in the past, rather than dwell on the memory or the good times or something of a reality that isn't real. It's like, get back to your reality. This is your TV show and you are the star. So how do you make yourself present and immersed in your own reality, rather than trying to fantasize that you're somewhere else, rather than abandoning your else to try to be there for other people and their reality, because you don't need to go seeking somebody else's reality show. This is your reality. This is the one that you first focus on most, and that can begin by first creating that sacred space that is just for you, that you come back to and you feel safe. And this is my space. This is me. I feel safe here. I feel good here. I control this reality, this surrounding. And then when I want to invite people in that, they can come into my reality at invitation. Or I can vacation away and step into someone else's reality, be present with them for a brief moment, and then come back to mine when I'm finished. So creating that healthy separation, I think is greatly beneficial if you assign yourself and dedicate yourself to maintaining a sacred space that's just for you, so that that if you need a reprieve from somebody else's energy and somebody else's reality, that this is a shortcut to get you back energetically to your home space. Of course, your home space is within you at all times. If you were homeless, or if you didn't, have a place that you could call your own, you're always home within you. But, it's just like a visual representation, it helps. Like the candles, the incense, all those things, they create environment. I'm just watching my doggies chase each other around the yard. Circles. But, we're creating like a visual aid that helps us get there. And so for me, visually looking at my sacred space get all cluttered again with clothes and whatnot, I was looking at it like, this is now becoming a bit of an eyesore, and this is not my Zen moment anymore. So I went and fixed it, and then all of a sudden I was back in my happy place. So over time that becomes, that's going to become a routine habit for me. That's I'm going to feel the difference. I'm going to feel positive. I'm going to feel great. I'm going to get... No, get out of the mud. No, get out of the mud. Get out of there. No. Doggies, they're getting so muddy. It's like, what did you do? Oh my goodness. So it's going to become like a positive reinforcement to have a clean space, to have, and back before, I used to think of cleaning as hard work. Like, I don't want to vacuum. I don't want to do dishes. I don't want to, because I have to get up and exert energy. But then over time, when you realize that exerting energy feels good and it makes you feel good to be active, it makes you feel good to get something done. Look at your sacred space as something that you're proud of and you want to uphold because it's for you. I think maybe the motivation is incorrect as far as me prior, when I would think exerting energy, it's like I don't want to feel responsible for something outside of, it's like, do I have to? And there's also exerting free will. Like if I don't have to because I can choose not to, then why would I? But these days, now I look at it like, this is part of me. The things that, it's part of what I wake up to in the morning. It's part of my day. It makes me feel good. And when I work and accumulate, I want to be able to enjoy lifestyle. You don't want to work for money to pay for a living space just for it to look like crap, because then people are comparing their living spaces, like paying more for this, paying less for that. And I've seen people live in like seriously expensive homes, but because they're hoarders, they've got like stuff floor to ceiling full of boxes and just ugly stuff piled up in there. And it's like, why do we pay for a beautiful $500,000, $1 million shell just to fill it with junk, and to live essentially like any other person would, only they didn't have to spend that kind of money to live that way. So it's like this whole process of accumulation. If you give yourself nice things and you believe that you've worked and earned for a certain quality of living, why would you compromise that by just not maintaining the aesthetic appeal? Create the aesthetic that you want for your life and that makes you feel good. When you look visually at your surroundings and you feel the stillness and the quiet of your privacy that you don't have to share. And when you come home after work or you wake up in the morning and you feel this safe space. You feel this safe space within you that doesn't need you to work for anything. It just already is. This is home. This belongs to you. And that took me a long time to find. I used to feel unsafe and like not at home with any of the ex-boyfriends when I lived with them. It wasn't my space. And that was also part of the reason I felt, why do I have to clean this? It's not my house. Why do I have to dust? Why do I have to vacuum? I'm just existing here on rented space. But when I came into my own rental situations and I'm working on buying a house next year, all that good stuff, I'm now claiming each space is mine to enjoy, mine to maintain, mine to love, mine to make home. So, I challenge you, if you haven't been looking at your home and your living environment as your sacred space, just take a visual evaluation, look at it. And is this the living space that you dreamed of coming home to? What kind of feelings does it produce when you look at it? How does it make you feel when you come home? Do you feel energized? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel safe? Or do you come home and you also feel like a similar type of stress, like there's always work to be done? So, create your sacred space. If you thought this was awesome, please like, subscribe, follow. Please leave me a comment. If you have like a certain ritual or something that you like to do to your sacred space, yeah, definitely share. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.